Hello and welcome to beading lesson number 2. Today I am going to be finishing the other side of this one. Most of you should have seen the invite to make this earring, so you'll need 5 colors, and for your thread I figure at least a full arm's length, 2 arms length, just in case. And yeah, so your 5 colors, a pair of scissors, and a lighter is optional again. And yeah, so just a little bit of an update. I know that some of you guys had questions about threads and whatnot. I wanted to show you guys some new threads that I ended up purchasing off of ibead.com. So I didn't even know this, but apparently you can get colored beading thread. So I was completely mind blown by this. And I think these were at least like $3 to $5 each, I think. American, so I'm pretty sure it was like $3 American, to be honest. And the shipping, I added an extra thread onto my order just because the lady called me and she's like, you could add something and you won't be charged extra for shipping. So I was like, okay, thread. And I also ended up grabbing some more beading needles. So I'm using size 10s. So this is, I ended up ordering 2 packs of those. Yeah, so let's get started. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, I know we were supposed to have a beading class and things just don't work out, and that's fine. So if you do have questions, feel free to message me anytime. And yeah, so let's see. So just like the bugle beads, so this earring basically doesn't take any bugle beads, and that was at the request from one of the students for this tutorial. So shout out to you, Jenna, for this earring tutorial. And yeah, so you're going to pick up 2 beads, and just like the bugle beads, so you always pick up 2 when you're starting your earring. You're going to carry those all the way to the end, and if you've guessed it, you're going to, this is where the tail's coming out, and remember, leave a pinky's width length, or pinky's length of tail at the end, and you're gonna go through the bottom bead. So just get that in there, and you're gonna pull that, making sure you're holding the tail. And I'm kind of holding 2 of the threads so it doesn't go flying, because that does happen. Whoopsie. So see, that does happen too, like it goes longer than a pinky's length. I just kind of use my fingernail and I just kind of drag it to the length that I want it. So it should look like that. And so this gets kind of tricky only because they're smaller than the bugle beads. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, there we go. So I have my 2 colors. Now I'm going to pick up my 3rd color and go beside the 2nd bead, like that. Tail's coming out over here, and my thread's coming out at the bottom here. I'm going to pick up my bead and go on the top of that. So pretty much the same exact steps for when you're using the bugle beads. You're just not using bugle beads. And I don't know, sometimes it might feel like this way takes longer just because they're smaller, but it's pretty much the same thing. So there's 3 colors on there. Pick up my 4th color, and let's see here. So now my thread's coming at the top of the bead. I'm going to go on the bottom. And that bead that I just added, make sure I finish by going through it again. So my thread came out here, this is the bead I just added, going through that bead, like that. So it should have a row of beads like that. So there's 4 colors, picking up my 5th color, measure it, and where my thread's coming out from the bottom, I'm going to go in through the top. And like always, make sure that the bead that you just added on, you go through it again. So you can see where my thread's coming out, and I'm just going through the last bead I just added. So making like a chain, if that makes sense. And again, pick up another bead. So this one, what you'll be able to see is your pattern like so, and honestly you can find any pattern on Pinterest and just count the beads, just see where I guess the base starts at, and then kind of match that. So new bead I just added, going through it again. And this middle color is 3 beads long, so there's my thread coming out. I'm going to go in through the top of that one, like that. See if I can adjust the light a little bit. There we go. Alright, so thread's coming out here, and that's the bead I just added, and you're going to go through that. Exactly like the bugle bead method. So you're just creating a chain here, and then pick up my 4th color, and I encourage you guys to mix it up if you feel like it. Like one of the other members of the beading circle ended up creating their own pattern, and I was like, I love that. Please keep that up, that's so awesome. So if you feel like just kind of experimenting, I'd say go for it, because make it your own, right? So just finishing off my pattern here, picking up the 3rd color, match it up. Thread's coming out at the bottom, I'm going to go through the top. And going through that bead I just added. Like that. Almost done. I have 2 more colors to go. So purple, match it up. So my thread's coming out at the top now. I'm just going to go through the bottom of it. And go through it one more time. So one last color to go. It's like a chain. And so I pick up my last bead to finish it. Just pick a little bit of a wider one. So these beads here are pretty cool. I got them in Terrace. I actually found out that they are called Picasso beads, and I'm assuming that's because they have a splatter of color, like they're not just a solid color. Yeah, so they're kind of like, they look like sand. So measuring up my last one, thread's coming out from the bottom, so I'm going to go from the top and like so, like that. Go through it one more time just to secure it. And should have your bead chain. So just like the first tutorial, you are going to weave all the way back to the tail. So you're going up, down, so up and down. I can actually do 2 at a time. It's a little bit of a speed hack, I guess, because I think I taught you guys just to go 1 at a time and pull through all the way through and then go down all the way through. I found that you can actually go 2 at a time without getting tangled too much. So you just kind of pull those and it does go by a lot faster. So like that. And you'll start to notice that it's starting to straighten itself out. And the ends here are getting a little bit loose, so I'm just going to pull those down a bit. And here we go. 1 more, 2 more. Always make sure that you pull it snug, the thread, because you don't want a loose earring. So here we go. So this is your base. So my tail's coming out at the bottom, my thread and needle are coming out at the top, and you are, just like the last earring, just basically building your pattern up like a pyramid. So go ahead and remember, pick up 2 beads, first color and second color. And oh, one more thing, I actually found out that these little loops that I was calling loops in the last video are actually called bridges. So I will call them bridges from now on. So skip the first bridge, go to the second bridge, hook your needle under, make sure you have your 2 colors, and pull all the way through, and then go up that second bead like that. Oops. And sometimes you'll get that happening where your thread just kind of hooks underneath your anchor and you just kind of pull it back, and there you go. So my first 2 beads go on to the second one, or third color, hook on to the next bridge beside it, and oh yeah, so hook it on, and then where your thread's coming up or thread's coming down, go right back up that bead, and you repeat this step until you get to the very end. So you pick up your third color, hook it onto the bridge. So this is another hack that I do, is before I pull the thread all the way through, I go right back up it again and just hold it down with my nail. So I'll show you guys that again. So you pick up your next bead, hook it onto the bridge like that, and see how it's right there. Kind of go under that bead again like that, and then just pull. Just a little bit of a faster way. Once you get more comfortable, you can kind of just speed it up that way. So this is what I do. Pull it. And so notice that it is narrowing, so you're going to stop at the middle color at 2. Oh, I didn't realize my camera's getting blurry. Alright, third color, fourth color, Could be my music that's throwing me off a bit. So hook it onto the bridge. Go back up the bead again. And like that. Pick up your bead, hook it onto the bridge. And then go right back up the bead again. And another one. This is the second color. And then go right back up that bead again, just to secure it down. I'm really loving this purple thread. I know you won't necessarily be able to see it, but for some reason I feel like it makes the beadwork pop out, the colors pop out more, especially the purple. It's just, I don't know, could be the light too, but yeah, last color. Hook it onto the last bridge and then go right back up that bead again. Also, one more thing, just to be cautious of snags. Sometimes when you're threading through your bead, just make sure that you pull the thread like how I have it tight against my finger like that. It's easier to do. It just basically prevents your needle from stabbing the other thread. So when you go through, sometimes you'll catch on and then all of a sudden you'll realize like, why isn't my bead going down further? And then you start to notice your thread fraying. That's because you went through the thread. So just another little hack or advice is just to always pull your thread tight, so when you're going through the bead you're not gonna stab it. So we're on the third row now, picking up 2 beads, and remember, skip the first bridge and go straight to the second one. And pull it all the way through. See how I always hook it on, just to keep it tight. Go right back up that bead again. And again, hook under that bridge and go back up. I put music in this video this time just to help my mind a little bit, and also just to stop the awkward silence. So, fourth color. Let me know if it like works for you. It's like royalty-free music, so just to make sure that like I don't get the video taken down with no sound, just because they do that on YouTube. Anyways, so go right back up that bead again and pull it snug. Pick up one middle color. Yeah, so quick story about this design. I sent a picture to Nat too and showed her the earring, and yeah, one of the earrings I was making at Hobie in Vancouver, I had just had it on my table, and the people that were walking by, people would stop by and look at my stuff, and this one lady kept walking by and kept chit-chatting and then leaving, and then she's like, I came to see if you're done that earring, and I was like, yeah, it's already sold. And she's like, what? And then she commissioned me to make the same exact color pattern, but just shorter, so it was like really nice. Basically 2 people were interested in the same pair of earrings, and then before I was even finished finishing them, one lady comes by and she's just like, I'm gonna pay for that now. So it was like kind of a confidence boost. So yeah, third color, hook it under the bridge, go right back up it again and pull it through. The more I get myself set up here, I'm hoping to eventually open up my shop again. on Etsy and start posting some of my new stuff. I have like a collection of things, accumulating it basically, my inventory. So hook it onto the bridge and then pull it all the way through and then go up that bead again. Actually, I'll quickly show you guys. Before this tutorial, or before the lesson was planned, I was hoping to get an earring done, because that picture that was sent to that group chat was actually the earring that sold. So I was like, oh, I should make a new one, and then kind of got bored of the design and I was like experimenting. So I did want to share this too. So it's essentially the exact same earring, but you can see they're slightly different. So I basically did an A, B, C, D, E pattern and then just repeated the sequence. So like the letters represent the colors. So I just did one color at a time. And then to finish, you'll see on this one, I'll explain it a bit better when we get to there, is I'm carrying that color through and adding the numbers to the tassels, increasing, just like we've done before. But just wanted to show you this, like this is just one color at a time, and the sequence is increased by one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then I've been experimenting with adding a single color into the center. Yeah, I also want to name, like put little titles to my work, so if you guys have any ideas on what I could name that earring style, I'm open to hearing it, so let me know. And yeah, last bead for that row. Hook it under and then go right back through to anchor it. And there, 3 rows down. Let's see. And again, pick up your first 2 colors, skip, and go right back up. Pick up your 3rd color, go right back up it again. Yeah, so these videos are good indication for me to see how long they take to make. I always just use movies or TV shows as like references, like however long a TV show is. Alright, so again, hook it under the bridge and go right back up that bead again. Yeah, this thread is actually pretty neat. It's like pretty strong, and it's also really pretty. Oh, no, that's not the color. There we go. No, it's too big. Too small. There we go. And go right back up. And another color, 2nd color. Also, I want to take a shout out to Sherry, who's just been pumping out earrings. That's like so amazing. I love that you're coming up with different colors and experimenting with different lengths, so keep it up. I hope this tutorial gives you inspiration to come up with new styles as well. Like I said, for anybody willing to kind of go outside and use your own patterns, like go for it. I can't wait to see. So last color going on, hook it up underneath, And here we go. Oh yeah, so I've set these videos to private, so if you have a link, you're the only one that's seeing it, so don't worry about me like saying your guys' name and like some people hear it or whatever. I don't know if some people have a thing about that, but these videos are set private, so you guys are only part of the exclusive club, basically. Yeah. So hook it on the second one. Go back up. Yeah, I clicked royalty-free music on Spotify, so it sounded alright. It's kind of jazzy. Don't mind it. I feel like I'm in a coffee shop. Let's see. Alright, finishing off that pyramid for middle colors. Yeah, so remember, hold it tight and then go through, because sometimes it happens. It snags and then you like, I don't know, problem solve or troubleshoot, trying to figure out what the heck is going on, and yeah, it's just you stabbing the thread. Alright, so hook it on to the bridge, go up to the bead, and next color. Yeah, ibead.com for the beading thread. One of our fellow Witset community members, I should say, basically told me about it. I haven't really ordered online too many times for beads, so I'm just kind of learning where the go-to places are. And my last bead order came from, before this one, was Shipwreck Beads, and they were pretty good with the colors. I was really happy with them, but the shipping kind of surprised me, although I did order a lot of beads. And yeah, so this one, I can't say I'm disappointed at all, because I'm really digging this like thread color. And I'm picking the darkest one right now just because I'm running out of black and wanted to experiment with this one. Also, I feel like on the white background or the white beading mat, this is the perfect thread to show you guys. So, yeah. So, third color. Go right back up again. It under and go back up again. Yeah, so each time I'm just holding the thread against my finger. See? Pick up your second color, anchor it. Feel like I'm rushing, I don't know why. Well, I don't want this video to be like, it's already at 30 minutes. I don't want it to be like an hour because we're not at the Fringe yet. And I don't edit these videos just because, I don't know, I could, but then just, it should just be simple. Yeah, I do feel like these earrings do take slightly longer just because you're not using bugle bead, which is basically the majority of the earring, because they're so long. Oh yeah, so you can like skip through this video too. like if you already know how to do this part. Also, I don't mind doing one-on-one too. Like I know, like if we do a big class, sometimes not everybody can make it and then the class gets canceled. If you want to just do a one-on-one, I feel like that could be a thing too if you really, really want to. Honestly, I don't have any issues against it, so yeah, just let me know. So these are Toho beads. They're kind of more boxy. They're not as round. They're from Michaels. So I'm finding that some of them are slightly, I don't know, crooked. That's why I'm picking through them. But I haven't been able to find that color again, and it's just like, I really like them. So, but they're called Tohos. I hope this is okay that I just kind of speed through it without saying what I'm doing each time. Just let me know if that's like a thing you want me to, like, I would absolutely love feedback for these videos. Oh, so I kind of rushed and you can kind of see my thread is not where it should be. This does happen. Here, I can show you. I guess I should do it this way. So what I do is I just kind of slide it over the bead again, and it should just come up at the top like that, and just pop it again. So sometimes the thread will go under the bead and then it just pulls your whole pattern out. So what you can do is just loosen it again and just like just slide it over again with your needle, if that happens to you guys. All right, 2 last colors and then it's the earring hook, and I will slow that step down again just to remind you guys if you forgot or just need more clarification. So we are at the top now. So you pick your first 2 colors, pick up your earring hook, pick up 2 colors again. These are rose gold, by the way, also from Terrace. Really pretty colors. Rose gold plated, I should say. Yeah, anyways, so where your thread's coming out, you're going to go on the opposite top bead. And remember, you're only going through the top bead of these ones. And you're going to pull all the way through. Should look like that. Oops. I think this happened in the last video too. Just falls right off, but just a little gap there. So this is where my thread, oops. So this is where my thread is coming out. You're gonna go right beside, and you're basically going up these 6 beads right here, and you're gonna go 3 times around. So up 3 beads through the eye hook, eye of the hook I should say. Pull it. And then go back down again. Remember, go through, make sure it's through the eye hook, which, let's see again if mine is. Yep. And then you're gonna go through again, 3 beads. Don't go back to 4 or else you'll snag, it'll just look funny. And go up 6 beads again through the eye hook. And there you go. So I've gone down 2 times. This is the 3rd time. And I'm going to go all the way. Oh no, this will be a 3rd time. Go down and up again. Pull it tight. And then go all the way down. Like that. And then start doing your fringe. So for this pattern, you're going to start with 1 color each. One of each color for your first fringe. So first color, second color, third color, whoopsie, got that mixed up, third color, fourth color, fifth color, and then pull that all the way through. So let me double check. Yeah, it's just 1 color of each. Push aside, oopsie, push aside that last bead, go back up all the way to your anchor or your base bead, and just like the bugle bead, pull it and then go right back down the next one like that. And then now you're increasing, and for this pattern I'm carrying down the second color to make this somewhat diamond, I guess. So pick up that second color, then pick up 2 of the first color, and then 2 of the second color again. So mine's purple, and then purple's introduced again. And this really pretty coral color, and oopsie, that's 3, I said 2, and then 2, like that. Push away the last bead and go back up. Pull the last bead with your nail. I think I showed you guys this last time. Pull it tight. Don't want any loose fringes. And then go back down. Like that. I feel like I might have overshot the length of the thread. Alright. So maybe an arm length and a half. All right, so 3rd fringe. Remember carrying down that color by 1. Then this second color, 1, and then the edge color, your first color. Remember you're increasing by 1. So 1, 2. So the next one will be 3. Oh man, I did not. Oh look, I just noticed. I was like, wait, why does this one have 4? Ah, that happens once in a while. Okay, so 4 colors. No, 3. 3 and 3. Fun fact, I think it's a Moroccan rug, or one of the carpet makers. It's Middle Eastern, I think. I want to say Moroccan. Basically, they believe, like, they purposely put a flaw in their rugs. 1 flaw, because nothing can be more perfect than God, I think it was that I read. So they purposely make a flaw in their artwork. that just made me think of that, because now these earrings, my mother-in-law's always like, well, they're beaded earrings, you can't really tell, you'll be the only person that knows. And I'm like, exactly, I'll be the only person that knows and it'll bother me. But yeah, so here's the third one. Go back down, almost at the halfway mark. All right, so carrying down the color was this one and this one. Wait, no. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is, hang on a second. Yep. So I carry down this pattern here, and then I add this one to it, and then I also add the purple, and then I go to the Picasso bead, or my edge color bead. And the last one we ended up was 3, so now we're at 4. And then 4. And then 4. I don't know why, but I just absolutely love purple and this corally color together. Just, I don't know. It's just really nice to look at. And then of course this one. Here we go. 4th and last one. Remember, push the last bead, go up. Pull it tight, go back down the speed. Alright, and just like this one, we only carry one of the 5th color. Pick one up, and then right beside it, pick up your 4th color. Pick up your 3rd color, 2nd color, 1st color. Never mind, make that 5 of your 1st color. Oh my gosh, this one has words in it. Alright. That. So we're at 5 now, so pick up 5 of each color. Oopsie, too many. 5. One more. 5. Sometimes what I do is I just stab at the pile and it just picks up beads that way. So 5. Push away the last bead, go up. Make sure you pull it tight. And now we're at the halfway mark because it's the middle bead. And for this one, I put 2 of the middle colors just to carry down that shape, that point. Because I believe if you were just to add 1, it would kind of make it look flat on the bottom, which if you like that, you could totally do that. For this earring, I'm just going to do 2, just because I want it to match that one. And I actually might even put 4 beads just to make it match. I don't know. It bothers me now that I see that, and I yeah, okay, so pick up your 2 middle colors, and then just to carry down this pattern, pick up your 4th color, 3rd color, 2nd color, and then 6 of your edge colors, because we just ended at 5 at the last one, so we're at 6 now. And then go back 6. One, two, 3. One more. And then six. Oh yeah, so there. If you don't happen to have 5 different colors, you could also do this exact same earring with 2 colors, just like do the pattern, like AB pattern. I feel like that would look cool. I haven't done that yet, so if you guys end up trying that out, let me know. Also, please continue to send the pictures of the stuff you make. It's always like super exciting to see what you guys come up with. Right, here we go. And look at that. Done the middle, almost done this video. Oh, what happened? All right. Oh yeah, so just to quickly talk about these scissors, just ordered these off of Amazon. You can get those tiny scissors at the dollar store, but I felt like just kind of stepping it up a little bit. I think they're only like $12 on Amazon. They're copper and they're super sharp, which I absolutely love, and they're pointed, so like just perfect, I guess. So yeah, so we're just repeating this pattern right here, and so 1 of each. So 5th color, 4th color, 3rd color, 2nd color, and then 5 of your edge color or 1st color. And then, yeah, 5. Keep wanting to go straight to that turquoisey color. 5. And 5. Oh, look at that. One of the beads are way too big. That does happen. There we go, 5. Pull it all the way down. Push away that last color. Hold that last bead. Pull. Down the next one. And we're carrying down this color, so 3rd color, jump into 3rd color, 2nd color, and then 4 of the 1st color, and then back at 4 of these ones again. Four, 4, 4, and 4. There we go. Go all the way up. That last bead and pull. Go back down. And remember carrying down the color for the pattern. And so third color, second color, 3 of your first color, and then go back to that purple again. 3. I said 3. It's not wanting to pick up. 3 and 3 and 3, like that. Oh, 3. Remember, push down that last bead. Go up. Back down. All right, so carrying down that purple. 2 of your first color, 2 of the second color, third color, third color, or fourth color, and then fifth color. Yep. Just about done. Push it over. Go back up. Pull tight. And go down your last one, and we are so close. So remember, it's all by 1, so 1 of each. Oh yeah, so for the people I did make kits for, I gave you extra with extra hooks, so if you wanted to make a few earrings. And one more thing I wanted to mention is so these earrings are always an odd number, and I think the last lesson was 7 beads for the width. This one I think is 11. You could also try making a pair of earrings with 5 or even 3 beads across to make little tiny ones. So remember, it's like if you're wanting the fringe as a point, it's always an odd number. You can make earrings with even numbers, but just keep in mind that your pattern won't have a center bead. It'll always have like a pair. So remember, so I just went through the last fringe, moved the last bead at the bottom, and I'm going all the way to the top like that, all the way up to the earring hook. And just like last time, I'm going to go around and around and around at least 3 or 4 times. I was telling another person about beading thread is that you want to be able to go through your beads at least 5 or 6 times. That's how you know your thread is good. If you can only get through twice, that is going to be an issue, just because I've had this actually happen to me numerous of times, is where when you go through your bead to the point where you can't get your needle through and you just force it through, the beads will actually split. It has happened before. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for your thread. So Around and around I go. So this is 1, this is 2. Yeah, I just ordered, or I just bought this other thread from Fabrications a couple months ago, and I can't really use it for earrings at all because it's too thick. See if I can show you the difference. So yeah, I love it. It's got this like really cool bottom where you just pop it and it just like, you can tighten your thread, but I think you'll see the difference. One's definitely thicker than the other. This one's too thick for earrings anyways. But yeah, I like this feature where you can just like wrap the thread around and then, like I said, wrap it around and then just lock it. I don't know what I'll use this for yet, but yeah. Alright, one last go. Yeah, I can already feel that my needle's slightly snug in there. Yeah, and you don't want to split your bead because that just, it's so depressing when you, like when you're at the very end and you just kind of snap the bead, or even when you're going through, uh-oh, hit a snag. When you're going through the base beads that I, like if it's the bugles, I have split bugles before too. Yeah, what the heck's going on here? Just got caught on the little fringe there. There we go, pull that, and go up one more time. Yeah, it's already snug. And I think this is 7 times I'm going through. Yeah, I made it through. You don't want to go more than that. Well, you could if you're able to, but you don't want to split the bead, like I said. So what I do for this part is I stab through that bunch of thread that's at the top, the top bridge, I guess. Stab right through it. Take one of your sides of your thread, wrap it around the needle 3 times, pull it through, and there's your knot. Grab your scissors, snip it through. I absolutely love my new scissors just because they just cut perfect. My other scissors were just, they didn't cut right away because they were really loose. And yeah, so just gonna snip that off a bit. For the tail, if you guys can remember, take your needle, stab it through the tassel or the fringe, thread your needle. Just a second. It's easier if I just put it in my mouth. Don't worry, I always cut off the part where my mouth goes on. Success. There we go. Eyeball it. If it's too long like that, it's okay. I can always just melt it. Remember, this is always optional. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, if you're scared about burning the bead or whatever, don't do it. You don't have to. Just snip it close as possible. But yeah, look at that. Finished the earring. So that is, I guess, the end of the tutorial. And like I said, please show me your work. No pressure too. And yeah, if you have questions, feel free to shoot me a message. If you want one-on-one lessons, just if the classes just don't work out for you and you still want to get that interaction just to get some questions out of the way, yeah, don't hesitate. Just let me know and we'll set something up. So yeah, see you. Good job, guys.